We need stricter gun laws.
No, we really don't. That would be really bad.
But there is too much gun crime.
The people committing gun crimes are already breaking the law. They're breaking the really important laws like not robbing and killing. Why would extra laws preventing them from owning a gun in the first place stop them?
Well, I guess that makes sense. But still, if we make a lot of really restrictive gun laws, won't that at least make it harder on criminals?
Probably not. But even if it did make it somewhat harder on criminals, the people it's really making it harder on are those with respect for the laws, the people that might actually need guns to defend themselves against criminals. Besides, it is wrong to make laws which take away everybody's freedoms in hopes of affecting a minority which is abusing said freedoms.
Wait a second, what?
You cannot make a law which takes away everybody's freedoms just because a small portion of people are abusing those freedoms. You have to allow everybody their freedom, and hold those who abuse it accountable.
Wow, that really makes sense. Maybe I should rethink my position on gun control. But if that's how you feel, what about drugs?
What?
What about drugs? Why doesn't the same principle apply? Why shouldn't drugs be legal?
That's ridiculous. You cannot compare gun control and drug use. Drugs are bad. If anything, the penalties for drug use should be more stiff than they are.
But why should you get to force people to not use drugs? Aren't you just taking away their freedoms?
No. Drugs are bad for you. Drugs are bad for everybody. Drugs are not a freedom. Only losers use drugs.
That's not true. Most people use drugs every day. Coffee, cigarettes, alcohol, aspirin, these are a regular part of most people's life and they are legal. Why should you get to pick certain drugs and make them illegal for people to use?
Because people do bad things on drugs. They rob people, and they get high and drive cars and get in accidents. Do you want your kids on the roads with a bunch of druggies driving around under the influence?
But it's already against the law to drive under the influence of drugs, and to rob people. Laws against drug use don't affect these people. They just affect people who would otherwise use drugs responsibly. It's like you just said, you can't make laws taking away everybody's freedom just to affect those who are abusing their freedom.
Well, I guess I did just say that. But, I still don't like drugs, and don't think anybody should use them.
Well, I don't like guns, and I don't think anybody should use them.
But you don't have the right to force that view on other people.
Then you shouldn't have the right to force your views of drugs on other people.
But people using drugs can affect me if they do something stupid.
People owning guns can affect me if they do something stupid. But weren't you just saying we have to allow everybody their freedom, and only hold accountable those who abuse it?
I guess you're right. I guess I'll have to rethink my views on drug prohibition. I guess neither of us should be allowed to legally force our views on other people.
I guess not.